The Flash number 33, Joshua Williamson writing and Howard Porter on art. This is the first part of the Bats Out of Hell crossover, which is a metal tie-in story. It starts, in fact, with something from the last pages of the regular metal book, which was the Flash running around the tuning fork to get Superman into the Dark Multiverse. So we kind of pick off there, which is the first thing I want to compliment, just the event as a whole, is how well they've planned these out in terms of timelines, so that we have these things spinning out of each other at the right time. And
yeah, and obviously because there was some delays, I know Snyder posted like an updated version of the checklist.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So like they've compensated for everything.
Yeah. So we pick up right after that, and Flash is sort of narrating and doing his thing, and he's with Steel, and he's talking to the other Justice League members who have all split up, because Aquaman's with Deathstroke, Green Lantern's in space with the egg, the Plastic Man egg, and all the others that split up. So it's kind of like, obviously we might be going off with Superman and Batman in the main book. This is kind of going to be what all the rest of the Justice League are doing.
The side quest.
With their mission. Yeah. But of course, basically what happens in this issue is actually quite straight. When I actually stopped and looked at the whole issue after I'd finished, it's like, okay, it takes a long time to do it all because it's like going into their heads and it's like the fear of what's happening. But what essentially happens is the evil Batman, like sort of kidnap all of them, comes after Flash as well. Two of them come after Flash. He ends up getting to Central City. He runs into like weird, like aged up Iris because of everything that's going on in Central City right now. And then he's taken, and we see that basically the idea is that the Tower of Babel protocol, which is where Batman had ideas how to take out all the Justice League members. All of these 7 evil Bruce Waynes, or / Bryce Wayne, have gotten together and devised the best plan to take out these 4 key members of the Justice League, those being Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Hal. And they seem to have been put all into their own weird nightmare rooms where they're going to have to face off their counterpart, evil Batman.
Well,
and that's kind of
it's the bat caves of each Batman from those dark...
Yeah, but are they actually in the Dark Multiverse, like in these different worlds?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they've just recreated their own caves on.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Zero.
saying. So because they're each representative of that character, it's going to make them, have to face themselves as well as Batman, which I like. And there's that page too, is when they get Barry. And you see like all the stuff that's happened over the course of the Rebirth book. And then there's him in the Anti-Monitor armor, which I thought was like, okay, well, is this a thing to come?
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then also him standing over both Wallies. Like, is that a tease of the Flash War?
Yeah.
There's so much going on here that's not just metal related. And that's what I like. Like,
I'm not a big fan of this issue. I like it in theory, the things it's doing I like, but I don't think it reads very well. I think it's really far too dense, far too wordy, and I think and I really don't like the art that much.
I can't argue with those. I think that's more of a taste thing than because I enjoyed it a lot.
I liked it as well. I enjoyed the art.
I
would say.
It's hard. Porter doing dark stuff again. It matched. I think it matched the tone of the Thawne stuff when he went to the future. So, in here too with Steel, I like,
Oh, I bet you loved his line of dialogue here.
I wasn't even gonna bring it up. I was gonna say I like that these two science-minded guys are the ones that are working.
Yeah, when the evil the evil Batman show up, Steel says, "I never liked Batman." And Barry quite rightly jumps in and says, "You just need to get to know him."
Yeah.
That's all.
And you have 2 chances right now, and I love that. He's the hopeless... Like, for all this talk about Superman and hope, and that's what that S stands for and all this, it's really Barry Allen that's the most hopeful out of all the heroes. Because he's looking at these evil Batmen come in, he's like, hey, you get a chance to know these two. Like, he makes a joke out of it. So...
Yeah.
But no, I just...
Worth mentioning, the Devastator destroys the tuning fork. He goes straight in for it. He's wrecking shit. I know. It's dire stuff. It was basically pretty simple in that sense. It's basically all setting up that they're on these like sort of traps. And I like it. It's basically like the Dark Batman and Barbatos are basically saying, right, okay, we've got Batman and Superman out of the picture. here's the next 4 main members of the League. Let's take them out of the picture and let's deal with them. And that's what this story seems to be about. I wonder whether or not we're going to get them actually going after the Nth metals and stuff as well in this mini. I'm not sure, or not mini, but you know what I mean, crossover.
It feels like somewhere else because this is it's the Justice League versus the Dark Batman. So it feels like we will stay with these separated characters. Maybe they'll get back on track by the end of it, and then we'll get them actually hunting down the Nth metal and stuff back in the main book. When we get there.
Who's the other ones? Deathstroke, Kendra Saunders, Fate, and Steel. So, that's a B team if I've ever heard one. I like that though. There was another reference I want to talk upon. That's in line with.
Yeah, I know what you want to talk about. There's a name drop in here.
We all know what Matt wants to talk about.
Big name drop.
Big name drop. So it's what Batman is it that says this?
It's the Murder Machine.
It's the Murder Machine.
He's trying to. So he comes in, he's facing Flash, and he's trying to figure out which Flash it is. And he's like, well, it's not Wally West and it's not Bart Allen, which means even in the Dark Multiverse, these characters exist. So what the hell happened in Rebirth that has wiped out this lost generation? And I just feel like there's these characters that fans are attached to, and now DC, instead of ignoring them like they did with Wally West for all those years, or Stephanie Brown for all those years,
I think it's especially because we're talking about, Tinian and Williamson. They're the young new guys. They're the ones who are the fans of these characters. So they're the ones who want to bring them back.
All of our age. So if they were reading comics before they were writing comics, they were reading them when we were.
Which is fairly likely. I feel like most people who write comics probably read a few of them beforehand.
Yeah. So, and they read during that era when we started, and that's, again, my favorite era, as we all know. So it's really cool that they're bringing this stuff up, even if there's not going to be a payoff till down the road. I like that it's there, and it keeps me hopeful, that stuff will happen.
I get you. I'm happy to hear about Bart. I know who that is. He does exist. He will be back. He's in the future. He'll be coming at some point. Yeah, so it was definitely the most set up this Flash issue, but I enjoyed the chaos of it. So
no, I will agree with Connor on one thing about not about Census, but where it fits in. Like, he had Williamson just started a new story with the Iron Heights stuff, and then he had to take a break to do this tie-in.
Oh, in that sense, sure, yeah. I think you just have to accept all the event stuff is happening just before or after whatever's going on.
Yeah.
And the
that's not what bothers me. It's just that it just feels like it just interrupts the flow of the story that was there before.
Yeah. I mean, he left on a cliffhanger last issue to kind of make it feel like, you'll remember this when you come back.
I just think some better planning, where not have started the Ironhide stuff till after this, done something else for an issue or two.
Yeah. But then maybe he doesn't have like a one shot in him that he's got ready. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter because likely this will be collected in its own thing.
Oh well, yeah, absolutely.